Okay. 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 Hold on, chat. Hello. There's something wrong with my fucking VTube studio thing. For some reason, like my face tracking is not accurate. I for some reason my mouth opens whenever I talk, or even when I make a little movement, like right here. See that? I'm not even smiling, or I'm not opening my mouth. I'm just smiling, without a tooth. Yeah. Oh, Douglas Diaz, goat. Thank you so much, my dude. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Massive appreciate. Hold on. Who is said VTuber? Oh, we're going to look at that later. We are going to look at that later. It's so fucking funny. Okay. Before we get into that, let's not forget Mythic is exploding further. Yeah. Let me see. Let me pull it up right now. Actually, let's just get right into it. Like, you know, skip the pleasantries or whatever. Let's see here. Where's her tweet? Okay, there it is. Look at this shit, okay? Genuinely no idea what is going on with Mythic at this point, but I guess we are also separating. Disappointed at the lack of communication and clarity after having nothing but good things to say about my manager. Old biz email is back and active. So what does this mean for Mythic? I wonder what it means for Mythic. Am I the only one slightly confused about the existence of streamer talent agencies? Yeah, they chase sponsors after you. Yeah, so from the look of things, it seems like she got dropped. What the fuck is this title? Oh, we're going to look into why the title is that way. We're gonna look at it. From the look of things, it seems like she got dropped. I don't know what Mythic is doing. But I feel like just like what they always do, or what seems to be the pattern, it seems like they're separating from people and is not separating, is not making public announcements over it. And from Kirsch's experience, probably not even talking to the people that they're supposed to be working with. They haven't posted anything since March 8th too. Imploding, it sounds like. Probably not. Imploding doesn't sound correct. But the only way Mythic were to implode is if sponsors stop, if companies that represents, like, you know, publishing video games, products, and, like, you know, things that have shit to sell, they stop approaching Mythic, or a lot of the managers that are responsible for Mythic's like reaching out to people, among many other things. Like, if those got fucked, I can see Mythic exploding. But if that's not the case, then I don't see what the hullabaloo is. So, whatever the case might be, it seems like that's what's happening right now. It's curious. What's going on with their website? Sagi, I am 4 Cotasan Black on my way to 5th UMA copy while my support card is only 1 copy. I am malding. I get you, brother. I get you. Mythic is probably fine. Yeah, I think Mythic will be fine, TBH. I think Mythic will be fine. But at the same time, it is slightly concerning. VTuber. Hey, VTuber, dude. Yeah, they still have a lot of people, it seems like. They really got, like... A lot of Mythic's drama seems to center around VTubers for some reason. I feel like that's an interesting thing to have. MSM talent exploded because of VTubers, and now it seems like Mythic talent is also, like, having a little bit of a situation because of VTubers. Crazy. Maybe VTubers are the problem. Maybe VTubers are the problem. Maybe we're not supposed to have sponsors, you know what I mean? Maybe no matter what happens to the industry, or no matter what happens to VTubing, maybe we're not supposed to be working with companies, or whatever the case might... Yeah. Yeah, no, they have that money. By the way, that's only their VTuber category. They have like we have all creators. They still have a lot of shit. And I still see these people getting a lot of sponsors and ad reads, I think. So I don't see why. Oh, Neuro-sama is here. I don't see why they would stop, why they would explode. Because at the same time, if Mythic talent does explode, you know what's gonna happen? The core people in Mythic are gonna go out and make their own talent agencies. They will, because, chat, what happens in situations like this is that there's going to be a huge power vacuum of people that are giving these like lists of creators a lot of sponsors, okay? Like a lot. There's going to be a power vacuum if Mythic does dissolve. And you damn well know the people that are filling in that gap, or sorry, filling in those problems or that market is going to be other people that used to be working with Mythic. That's how it works, I would like to think. They're bending the knee to the insane mobs and sabotaging their own talents. It's not gonna go well. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they'll be fine. I really am. Again, I mean, hey, flame me if I'm wrong. Like maybe 2 months later or whatever. But the amount of talent, the amount of like content creators that Mythic has under their belt, 1 or 5 people being kicked out is not gonna affect them that much. That being said, it still does make them look bad. Like a lot of the people here are going to be fine. Yeah. That's what I think. I don't know. Look, so I don't know. It seems like there are actually it seems like there is actually like a particular group that they are kicking out. And it seems to be like right-wing people that may or may not be extreme in their views. I don't really watch their content. That's I'm saying this based off of what I'm seeing the discussion talk about. But it seems like that's what's happening here. Extreme or not, they're right-wing people. And it seems like they're getting kicked out. And it seems like Mythic really wants to go out for a more aggressive politics-free approach. It seems like that's what's happening. Have you auditioned for Mythic? You don't audition for Mythic. Either they reach out to you or you reach out to them. Yeah. You know what talent agency I want to join though? Charlie's agency. That human media group thing. Well, I mean, I suppose at this point I'll take any talent sponsor agency. I don't understand American politics at all. Yeah, same. I really don't get it. Yeah. I don't get it. But then again, like I said, in any company, yeah, better, even regardless if it's a VTuber agency or not, it is better to have a politics-free space. But at the same time, I don't see how or why it would damage Mythic Talent's brand. You know what I mean? I don't think I get it. Because I would like to think that these companies looking for people to sponsor really only care about the numbers that they bring in, right? Or whether or not things are actually getting sold by the people that were supposed to be doing ad reads for them or whatever. I don't see other people giving a shit. Or rather, sponsors giving a shit. Then again, I wouldn't know. That's just my thought perspective. Because if I was a sponsor and I wanted to get my game reviewed, or I wanted to get my products pushed, I wouldn't care what fucking buys my shit. You know what I mean? A lot of Americans treat politics like sports. Yeah, true. And I think, well, I mean, I see American politics as like, as something funny, I would like to think. I'm sorry if that offends anybody, but it's funny. The way American politics is being handled right now by both sides of the aisle is so hilarious. It kind of seems like people lost or is continuing to lose their mind. I'm a German citizen and American politics confuses me, both left and right. Yeah, it is confusing. It's better not to follow it if you're not American, because why? Because it's really just a waste of time. But we're here, I guess. It's funny till it affects the rest of the world. With the way the global economy is being, the way the global economy is, the way it is right now, it will always affect the world. There is nothing America will do that won't affect the world as a whole. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, if whatever America does fucks up anybody to begin with, then why not just laugh about it? You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It does matter in the sense that, yes, it does affect people, but if everybody gets fucked because of America, then everybody is at the same, everybody is in the same field. You know what I mean? Yeah. They gave up on their sports and now the politics are the teams. Yeah, it feels like that's how it works these days. Okay. Let's talk about, speaking of politics, let's talk about like a different brand of politics, okay? Well, maybe it's not really even politics. It's more religion than politics, but look at this shit, okay? Visibility limited. This post may violate X's rules against hateful conduct. And the meowism is truth. So it's this VTuber who, let's look at this whole thing, okay?
Konnichiwa!
Hi!
It's your true god Meowba here! And today, Meow's gonna be asserting Meow's dominance as the only real religion by...
Okay.
Peeing on the Quran!
Wow!
Yay!
Yay! Okay, I don't understand
It's
this.
the Quran.
TBH, this language looks fucking cool. It sounds like some ancient, fantastical, medieval thing. It's Meowba! Yeah!
Let's do it!
Let's do it! Yay!
I've
Okay.
played a lot of books.
Oh shit! I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't watched the whole thing, but we have a 3-angle view. We have a 3-man domain expansion over here.
So hopefully my aim is good.
Hopefully my aim is good, she says. Wait, she actually pees on it. Oh my god. That's a stream over here. Okay. Oh my god. That's the stream over here. Okay. Let's look at that. I don't think you can show this. Too late. Genuine mental hard behavior. This reminds me of a lot of... Based off of the outfit that she's wearing, yes, this is actual genuine fucking mental ward behavior. Oh my god!
Can you tell that it says meow? No? Okay, hold on. Me. Meow. Ism.
Meowism. Yep.
Is
I think she missed. No, she did. She absolutely did not miss.
truth.
Meow. Okay, meowism is truth. Okay.
It really stinks.
I'm not gonna get banned for this, right? Does YouTube allow people peeing without showing nudity? Oh, there we go. Never mind. No, it does not. Okay. Wow. In case of removal, oh my god, she linked it. She actually even fucking linked it. This is a hate video? I mean, I guess it's religious hate. Yeah. Meowism is truth, even. Who the fuck got bricked up watching this? It's me. Wait, there are actual people in the chat, fucking, in the comment, fucking loving this shit. What the hell? Impressive. Very nice. Now do Judaism. Of course it's Miaoba. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. But this is Miaobao's P. Black and white means I'm colorblind. These fucking people! These fucking people! Dude, holy shit. If she does this to a Bible, I believe her in her rage bait ways. If it stays at this, she is a fraud. I can guarantee you right now, knowing Miaoba, she's not just going to pee on the Bible. She's going to take a fat, steaming loogie at the Bible. Sorry, loogie means spit. I mean shit. She's going to do that. The voice have gone insane. The worst part about this video isn't even the act or how cringy it is. It's knowing for a fact that some sick fuck already got off to it. Yeah. Set the video quality to HD for ultra kawaii experience. You are mentally ill. But you know what? To a certain degree, I respect it. Chat. You have to be like a certain level of mental illness to be actually doing this shit. But that kind of mental illness takes a lot of balls. Like, takes a lot of guts even. Holy shit. Cute girls peeing on Qurans should be a far more popular ideology. Okay. I can see this. Okay, chat, I'm gonna be real with you. I can see this being like a feminist movement. Okay? Yeah. Women should be peeing on the Quran because Islam is all about oppressing women, right? So it's a way to, like, say fuck you to Islam or something. Right? Right? I can see it happen. I can genuinely see it happen. Oh my god. Why is she on my page? There's suck fucks got get out to this. Guess who? Nusagi Piker over here. True! Fuck. I need to shock some dogs too. I mean the Bible too. Yeah, I guess, yeah. I hope she is safe from religion of peace. UT feminists love Islam unironically? I don't know about that. A lot of the feminist people that I know absolutely hate Islam. Well, no, a lot of the feminist people that I know hate all religions. Yeah. But did you actually think Islam is about oppressing women? No. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know anything about Islam. I do know that they pray. I do know that they have to like make this pilgrimage and pray to a black box thing or a black cube. So that I do know, and I do know that women have to cover themselves up. Yeah, I feel like the fact that women have to cover itself up is actually like that's something that's not safe or good for women. You know what I mean? Do you think Miaoba will have a downfall soon after this deleted video blew up? It's not even deleted. Tweet is still here. The tweet is still here. It just has limited visibility. Yeah. You know that 3 Holo ID is in Islam, right? Well, I think there's a huge percentage of the world that is Islamic or is like, you know, who believes in Islam. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything to me. To be fair, Islamic people have a lot more pressing matters at the moment. Oh, true. If you're talking about the Iran thing, true. Gotcha. Alright, let's move on actually. Indonesia is a huge chunk. Yeah, in Indonesia, it's not even like a good idea to have like, or it's like looked down upon to cosplay when you're to cosplay women that have like, you know, what's it called? Suggestive outfits. Heck, I don't remember exactly which country it was. I think it was in Malaysia. But if I remember, in the Indonesian or was it Malaysian version of Attack on Titan, all the Titans there had to wear clothes. Let me look at that real quick actually. Attack on Titan, Islam wearing clothes. Was it Malaysia? I think it was Malaysia. No, not this one. Oh, here. Oh, it's Malaysian. Okay, it's Malaysian. Look at this shit, chat, okay? Malaysian censorship be like... Yeah, they unironically wear clothes for this. This is probably a shit post. But I'm talking about this one. The one on the left. These don't look like shit posts. Because if I remember correctly, that was actually the case. Yeah. Yeah. Is Ramadan today? Is Ramadan this month? I literally, chat, I'm gonna tell you right now, I live in the... Oh, it is. Oh, true, it is. Chat, I actually live in the GTA server of the Philippines, so I feel like I should have known Ramadan was happening. Or is currently happening. Gotcha. Yeah, it's almost over. It's in 2 days. It's over in 2 days. God damn. It is that strict in Indonesia. As long as they respect others, the social rules speak for themselves. I can believe that. Yeah. Damn. I see. But yeah, that's what's currently going on right now. Wait, I have a question. If this is like Arabic, then why are the Arabic numerals like different? None of these look like numbers. Why are the Arabic numerals like the current numbers that we use? I know historically it's because fucking Arabic numbers are used because of like medicinal and education purposes, right? Like there was a certain point in time where Arabic countries were literally the intellectual center of the world. They were like far advanced in medicine and other shit, but I don't like, yeah. Interesting. She's holding it upside down. Yeah, I noticed that. The world enjoyed Meow's holy urine, so Meow also put the video on the Internet Archive. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Shit's kinda hot, not gonna lie. Bro is shitposting. Still rage baiting the internet after you got doxxed? W, I respect the commitment. Keep up the good work. It's based. Wow. Oh my god. I was hesitant about it, but now that I have seen this, finally got the motivation to kill myself. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. It's mostly guys with anime profile pictures, dude. Shondo? Okay. Shondo fan, anime profile picture. Yeah, it's all people with anime profile pictures. Holy shit. Okay. Were there a lot of pee fetishists here? Oh, it's because it's a honeypot. Always a honeypot. Yeah. There are far worse fetishists in the internet, but because she was one of the rare... Chat, you know this isn't the first time a VTuber do it, right? A VTuber do it, rather. You know, there was a certain streamer back then who peed on stream as well. and got a lot of support from her own fan base. That was also part of and that person was part of a corpo, and she did it on a corpo account. Y'all remember that, right? Right? Matsuri? I mean, Matsuri did that a while back, yeah. But I wasn't talking about Matsuri. I was talking about, fucking, what's her face? The blue girl from Idol Corp. What's her name again? Fuck, I can't believe I forgot her name. The blue girl. But she didn't do it on a holy book? Yeah, she did it. Yeah, Yuko Yurei. Yeah. That was funny. She peed on a holy book? No, she just peed on stream. This isn't the first time somebody peed on stream. Like a VTuber peed on stream is what I mean. Yeah, sure, a lot of people might say that fucking, what's her face? Marine peed on stream, but Marine, not Marine, Matsuri. Matsuri didn't pee on stream. She made a gag that made it look like she was peeing on stream. Yes, Marine did pee on stream though. Let's look at that right now. Marine pee on stream. But she had a 3D on, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there we go. Suipis went true! Suipis! Chat, VTubing and Suis and piss posting intertwined. Intertwined.
二人にして
Alright,
なんか
just
好き
take me to the sweet spot.
なんだけどいけると思う
しかも有機 EL のやつやん。
よしあれ
マリンさん一回部屋出てもう一回入ってきて。
いいよ
超楽しかったからそれ。
トイレ行ってくるわ
トイレ行ってきて。
行ってきまーす
Be right back, okay. Look at this fucking retard, okay? And Korone is just laughing. Oh my god. Oh shit, she's taking off her panties?
やばい。
Oh,
待って。
oh. She's taking off her panties. Oh. She's sitting down. Okay. Oh, she's doing something. Yeah, maybe. I can't. Okay. Okay, she gets up. Oh, she washes her pussy. Okay. Closes the bathroom. Okay, cleans her hands. I remember this, yeah. Yep. There we go. There we go. So chat, like I keep saying, VTubing and piss posting are intertwined. You cannot have one without the other. And you know what? Maybe I'm not gonna say it's better that way. But a lot of the humor around English VTubing, it's good that it is that way. I feel like degen humor and VTubing goes hand in hand. Yeah.
トイレ行ってきたしっかりとえ
後で見て。
Take a look afterwards. Okay.
じゃあこうで行ってくるね。
移動しないとこう
Actually, wait. Corona actually goes too.
今
Did Kason shave herself on stream? I think Kason only really shaved her legs on stream, if I remember correctly. Then again, I haven't watched Kason in a while, so I don't quite remember this part. Yeah. Being on a holy book is cringe. I mean... If it's done in a funny way, then maybe. Imagine shitting on someone's religion. Yeah, I feel like it just comes with the territory of being one of the more dominant religions in the world. You know, Christianity and Islam gets shit on a lot because they are the dominant religions, and dominant religions always get a lot of flack. Yeah. let's move on to the next drama, okay? Let's move on to the next drama. I know Rima just covered this, and I even saw her tweet, so we'll just... She did a lot of the heavy lifting for us, okay? Look at this shit. In an epic meltdown, a fan crashes out at HOLOLIVE VTuber Nerissa Ravencroft after she mentions a Holostar during a live stream. Nearly a year ago... Oh, okay. We'll just read out the full crash up. Okay? Nerissa, what in the name of the good Lord is this? Nearly a year ago, during a membership stream, you came to us jailbirds to explain that you would never collab or name drop any Holostar, male VTuber, or a content creator in your stream. Now you randomly drop a Holostar name. You made us a promise. You said that streams would not change. You said that you would never do such a thing. You said that through your actions, you showed your intention and your lack of interest in collabing with a male VTuber and male content creators. You made us a promise. I can see this guy fucking shaking and crying. You made us a promise. Male on stream, true. Male on stream, okay. You said the only exception was music. No one minded a male professional vocalist or a producer. That's normal. You told us that professional male vocalists and music people were the only exception. You said that because you are a perfectionist, you had a specific dream collab. Everyone understood that. Everyone's fine with that. Oh yeah, I don't know who this person. Oh, never mind. Oyome Hall, I thought this was a person. No, it's not. It's a fucking song. Bird Brain came out great. You told us that this was the only exception. Not a single soul minded that. However, Holostars are not professional... However, Holostars are not professional vocalists. They are not professional anythings. Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Jailbirds even said that in that stream that male VTubers do not apply to such exception, and you defended those people from harassment they got. Holostars are a blight oh my god. To everything that falls under cover. I often even wonder why cover keeps them around. But that is besides the point. You made us a promise that you wouldn't do such a thing and you wouldn't change. Now you are just casually name dropping them. Why did you do that? So like... How do I want to say this, brother? People like this are exactly the same sort of people that got mad at Iris because Iris was using AI. They're people who want to control how a talent or how any HOLOLIVE VTuber has to act on stream or what they do. Okay? Nerissa didn't even collab with a fucking guy. He just name dropped him. Holy shit. They are the same person. Just different sides. Same coin, different sides. They are. Holy shit. Those evil, true fucking Vesper, I swear to God. Why did you feel like you had to name drop them? Do you hate us, jailbirds? What has happened over the past year that you want to harm your loyal fan base over and over again? Why do you keep listening to all those beggars? Let's go! Okay, you know what? That you want to see fall into obscurity and become trash like Nijisanji. What used to be V-Shoujo or FaZe? Why do you ignore jailbirds that want you, the one and only devilish diva, to succeed and shine like the amazing HOLOLIVE talent that you are? You have been a HOLOLIVE fan for a long time, just like us. Did you forget what happened in 2022? Are you talking about the Russia incident? Wow. Nerissa, despite my criticisms, I have never been disappointed in you. I've always believed in you. Like many jailbirds, we keep our trust in you, even though it is hard sometimes when you are absent or feed into the obsession of blood raven shippers. More than your own fan base. Oh, okay. Okay, so I do know what he's talking about, blood raven shippers. There's a lot of people, like women, that are also like... There's a lot of jailbirds that are gay and are obnoxiously gay. Like, they're the type of people that don't watch anything HOLOLIVE except for Nerissa. Okay. I have always thought that you can do better than what you think you can, that you are more talented than you think you are. I have always thought that you are more capable than what you show. However, I reject mindlessly supporting you without critical over the stuff that you do. That you would be following someone like blind sheep. Toxic, oh my fucking god. Toxic positivity is far from healthy for a fan base. I have never lost any hope in what you can do the most wonderful things, but breaking this promise, ... It feels like a hard smack to the face. We're there for you to cheer up when you were down. We cheer for you when you are happy. We'll celebrate your accomplishments with you. But this is the first time, and probably other jailbirds too, have felt truly disappointed in you. Brother, he mentioned the name of a guy. The name of a fucking guy. That's all brother did. Like, this is next level even for a parasocial unicorn. Bro just mentioned the name and he had a mental breakdown. Oh my god. How much did you spend on Nerissa, bro? And yeah, like what Rima said, this isn't the first time this Myron person has crashed out over Nerissa, right? Look at this shit, okay? Look at this shit. I have a lot of tabs open, I know. Oh, never mind. It is. This is the full thing. I think this is possibly the least hyped so far. It's just radio silence, so it's most likely Blood Raven in the concert. Man, I miss Nerissa-sama. I agree. I don't remember anything like this last year. This radio silence from MO, she killed all the hype for me. It's me not to point out the facts. It's not like she has streamed a lot in the past 6 months to make a decent hype for the concert, unlike last year where she even released IMF. No one is saying that she isn't working hard, but you're trying to justify bad decision making and a lack of communication. Twitter does not host her music, nor her streams, or her 3Ds. It's become an issue when stuff like Requiem for Love gets announced on Twitter, becomes a premiere without a stream. The same for her covers, which get announced on Twitter and then randomly premiere without a stream prior to the premiere. We aren't even getting schedules anymore, and even when we did get them since the start of this year, she regularly forgot to upload them onto YouTube. It should be required to get my Neresium. This is a person that has been subbing to Nerissa for quite a while. Okay? For quite a while. He lives and breathes Nerissa. Jesus Christ. And then Nerissa obviously responds. No offense, but I'm working really hard and regularly don't have any PC. YouTube and phone doesn't allow for a lot. Sorry you're disappointed in me. Guess I'll just do my best. But TBH, reading this does not motivate me at all. Especially when I've been doing so much behind the scenes. It's hard for me not to be able to share it with you and not be around either. Especially seeing stuff like this makes me think I'm doing nothing and screwing around. Thank you for those who are understanding and waiting fairly patiently despite my lack of ability to entertain well right now. Jesus Christ. Sometimes I think I get too parasocial about anime women and then some guy like this go viral and I realize maybe I'm not that bad. You are always not as bad as an actual unicorn. Okay? Always. You know what? I have been parasocial to multiple VTubers in the past. I have. I've never been this parasocial. I feel like I've always made a boundary for myself. You know? I would never go as far as to want to control whatever the fuck a talent is doing. Okay? Or like, maybe not even, okay, I was about to say harassing, but it's not necessarily harassing. Or even to say something like this. I've never done that. Holy shit. God damn. God damn. I mean, your name is Nosagi, bro. Oh, true. We are going to talk about that later. Yeah. Nerissa already said that this person doesn't represent her fans. Did she? Oh, I didn't see it. Yeah. I'm here praying for Nakiri Ayami streams twice a week. This guy's crashing out over mentioning a guy. Churu! Okay, churu. Oh my god. But why he not know Nerissa love both man and woman? Well, I mean, a lot of HOLOLIVE talents pretend to be gay. A lot of VTubers themselves pretend to be gay to satiate their, parasocial unicorn fans. That's what they do. I do think Nerissa is serious. I do think she is bisexual. I think bro actually respects and like finds sexual or physical attraction towards both men and women. But a lot of VTubers do. That's why a lot of unicorns actually do buy into the idea that a certain talent that they think is gay is actually gay. Performative Yuri. Yeah, performative Yuri. It's literally the same thing as like, you know how Luxia members also gay bait? Yeah, that. Yeah. Jailbird unicorn, huh? I'm too employed to understand that drama. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and look at this. Holy shit. 1 million views. Go get that bag, Reams. I just saw a Gerard tweet throwing shade at this. I want to see the Gerard tweet. Oh, by the way, fucking Octavio fucking promoted himself after this. I think maybe the timing is okay. The timing is coincidental, but holy shit, tweeting this after Nerissa said that is a wild move. Oh, by the way, he closed his account. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Could be coincidental. Yeah. Alright. I want to see Gerard's tweet. Is Gigi lesbian? I think Gigi looks at... I think Gigi is not necessarily a lesbian. He doesn't find sexual attraction to anything. Let's see. What did Gerard say? If you have time to hate when you have time to listen. Oh, he said this. Wow. Don't fuck with my gen mate. Nice. Good for him. Good for him. Stars EN is kind of struggling, so honestly, this is a net gain for them. I don't really watch... I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't really watch fucking HoloStars that much. I really only see the occasional clips. But it's news to me that HoloStars is struggling. Let me see. Let's go to Playboard real quick. I want to see how much is Gerard getting, how much is other people getting, okay? Let's look at Gerard. Let's look at this, okay? 488. Okay. For a HoloStars talent, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Let's see. How about Octavio or whatever his name is? Yeah. Sorry, I know they're Filipino, but I don't remember your names. I am so sorry. Octavio HoloStars. Also 400. Okay. Oh, something happened in 228. Okay. Who's the other talent? Who do we want to see next? Let's look at Axel, I guess. Because, you know, Axel. It's Axel. HoloStars. Actually, no. Let's look at Regis. It seems like they're all averaging 400 viewers. That's not too bad. You have 3 searches remaining. I just spent all the 3 searches. Yeah. That's not too bad, actually. That's almost like Nijisanji levels. Sorry, Nijisanji woman levels. So, Nijisanji women have a problem with viewership, and HoloLive men have a problem with viewership. Why does it have limited searches? Because that's just how this fucking website operates. How about Ruse? Okay, let's look at Ruse. 600? Wow! Wow! How about Banzoin Haka? 300. Okay, well that's roughly 400 too. How about Gold Bullet? Ah, son of a bitch. Oh well. Womp womp. Womp womp. Yeah, it's very interesting, I would like to think. You forget they have a stream. Do you forget they stream on Twitch also? No, I don't know that because I don't really watch them. Yeah. So Lusagi is performing good without a corporation is kind of crazy. Well, I mean, I've been around. Pay the subscription. I don't think I want to do that. Betel? Okay, let's look at Betel then. Betel. Gavis Betel. I can see why Betel is popular among women. Ah, son of a bitch. Can I just... Yep, chat, I can't do it. Use Social Blade. Social Blade is super inaccurate, so I don't think I want to. Twitch tracker. Does Betel stream on Twitch? Gavis Betel. Okay, he's here. Nope. Nope. Guess not. Oh well. Can't do nothing, I guess. It is what it is. You've been around since Chinese making video on HOLOLIVE, bro. Yeah, I've been around. Like around. Longer than a lot of the... far longer than a lot of the other VTubers, actually. Yeah. Damn. Alright. I want to show you guys this before we move on to the next subject, okay? Look at this, okay? Look at this. Look at this. Back when I was 6th grade, the moment I found myself alone in the room of the girl I liked, at that time, she said in a teasing tone, "My panties are in the top left drawer of the dresser, okay?" But I kept a cool front with my ironclad self-control, acting like nothing happened and heading straight home. And from that day on, something in my life began to quietly, yet unmistakably, go off the rails. Wow. Wow. What is this pedophile tweet? It's not a pedophile tweet because this happened in 6th grade. Bro is basically trying to fucking, how do I want to say this? Bro is recalling how a certain kink or fetish or something awakened in him because of that one interaction. It's always these people that fucking want to... It's like these are where the brat correction memes come from. Okay? If you're flirting with me, make it obvious because I'm low-key stupid. True. He headed straight home. True. Yeah, I wonder why he would do that. Dude, if I was a 6th grader and a classmate of mine fucking did this to me, low-key, I would have fucking gone. I would have went to that goddamn dresser, dude. I would have went to that goddamn dresser. I would. I would sniff it in front of her, and she would have probably liked it. She would have probably tried to brat me or something. I mean, maybe I wouldn't fumble that hard. True. True. I just thought this was funny. I thought this was funny. Naruhodo ne? Doesn't understand at all. Imagine having friends. True. You know, the more I think about it, back in 6th grade, I feel like I didn't have that much friends. Yo, is that title for real? Yeah, that title is for real. Welcome new people that just joined the stream. The title is real. We just went over it. It is real. Yeah, it's real. Your cat? Oh, my cat is meowing. It's fine. I already fed them before I streamed, so they're just bitching and whining. They're fine. I fumbled the bag, but not this ridiculous. True. Honestly, in 6th grade, I had a very IDK pure mindset of relationships, and I disliked it. I disliked thoughts. I disliked thoughts in 6th grades. 6th grade was prime League of Legends era for me. I don't necessarily... No, actually, I loved thoughts back then. Are your cat women? Yeah, they are. They're meowba. It's meowba. Yep, it is meowba. It's this bitch again. Let's fucking go. Okay. Anyway, moving on to the next piece of news. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over this, and then we're gonna watch some clips. We're gonna watch this by Iron Mouse mentions her former employer. We're gonna watch that. We're gonna watch this Asian racism is built different than your average racism video. Okay, we're gonna watch this. Then we're gonna watch this. Just some stuff before we end the stream. A VTuber what? Peed on fucking the Quran, brother. Yep. Peed on the Quran. Here, some highlights for people that are doubting the word. So anyway. So, Suisei is preparing a major announcement which is going to happen in 2 days. 4 days, rather. And nobody knows what it is. It's basically all just vague posting for now. Look at this shit, okay? There's some very vague, oh sorry, not this one. There's some very vague announcements going on. Fucking all ads all over Tokyo promoting something that nobody is sure about what. I know what she, okay chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know what she's gonna tweet. Yeah, there we go. Look at this shit, okay? Yeah, a lot of Suisei vague posting. Yeah. Yeah. I know what she's gonna tweet. She's gonna announce her marriage. To me. Sorry, chat. It's inevitable. You all know this day would come. You did. But, we have to expect it. We should have expected it even. From the looks of it, Nagoya and Shinagawa. Perfect. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the congratulations. Would be funny if she joins Sony. I don't know about that. I feel like joining Sony as a VTuber, probably isn't really even a good feat to be. Like, it's not a worthwhile feat. You know what I mean? Because a lot of VTubers are currently under Sony. Both HOLOLIVE and Nijisanji VTubers. And besides, Sony has their own VTuber group that did collapse. I don't think Sony is going to touch VTubers ever again, or at least start their own. I think they're just going to coast off of already existing VTubers. Can I be your flower girl? You're a girl? Wait, Shorty, you're a bro. I didn't know you were a girl this entire time, and I keep calling you bro. Damn. The answer is yes. I'll fucking throw you the thing too. No, I'm not. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Girl on stream. True. Actually, you know what? I want to see my fucking I want to see my female to male ratio viewer thingy. You guys, a lot of the regulars here might have remembered how much it was back then, but back then it was like 40%. It was a lot. A lot of women surprisingly watched me. I'm sure it's because of my very attractive voice and my Swagapino accent or whatever. Let's see. Community. Wait, no, analytics. It should be on analytics. Audience. Let me see this shit, okay? Let me see this shit. Oh. Look, okay? I'm gonna take a screenshot of it right now so you guys can believe it. Look, I'll even include my fucking YouTube channel. Just so like you guys can see it. Okay? Give me a sec. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? 30%! Okay, that's not 29%. Let's round that up. 30% females. I have a lot of women watching me right now. 2 months ago, it was like 40%, so there's a 10% drop off, but 30% females. Okay? And in terms of age range, let's look at this shit. Age range, I have mostly 18 to 24 and then 25 to 34. Yeah, there we go. See? Chat, women love me. Women absolutely love me. God damn. Female bots? No such thing as a female bot. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ask Rima right now. I'm gonna message her. I'm gonna message her right now. Rima, how much female audiences you got? I'm gonna have a competition. If I have more, then I win. So chat, statistically, 1/3 of the people that are you guys right now, how many people are watching me right now? 220. Okay. Like 80% of you, 80 viewers, 80 of you are women. If you're a woman, say I. Say I right now. And then what I'm going to want you to do is I want you to flirt with the males in my chat and then cuck the other males in the chat by talking to another woman, and then I'll just watch. Just cuck them. I see you. Hey. Hey, you're probably a woman. Okay, I see you. You're probably a woman too. Based off of that profile picture, it's heavy Guru inspired. You're probably a woman. Yeah. You'll just watch? Yeah, I'll just watch. Let's see. Damn. Not a lot of you guys are all the women in the chat are like quiet right now. God damn. I wonder why you do that. You're hiding something from me. Alright, let's move on then. You fucking lurkers, let's move on then. Okay, chat. Reaction time. Iron Mouse mentions her former employer. V Shoujo. Dude, just say V Shoujo.
But I will tell you this one thing. There have been egregious errors that were committed towards me.
Sure.
To the point where I had management send me videos of apology because of the shit that happened, bro.
Oh?
And I still have those apology videos, by the way.
Post them. Also, by the way, what the fuck? Why would you do that? You fucked up. You fucked up in treating your talent, and the thing you do is you fucking do an horse, fucking kneeling on the ground, apologizing, sorry for doing that, make a whole video about it. Dude, you're giving them ammunition. Mountain Dew. And what's your face? The Filipino person that owns V Shoujo. Are you retarded?
I'm just saying.
Bro, is your kitten dying? What is happening here? Nah, she's just needy. My cat imprinted on me. So whenever I'm not around, she starts like whining and crying. But if I open the door to my room right now, she's gonna come running into my room and she's gonna get quiet. I don't think I'm streaming right now, and like I said, I already fed her earlier, so I don't think I want to do that. It's fine.
That's all I have to say. That's all I'm gonna say. Because like some of the shit that went down, bro, the amount of times that I almost quit, bro. I never told anybody how many times I wanted to quit, man. The amount of times I almost quit, bro.
Okay.
And I know now this shit, people are gonna run with this shit and they're gonna freaking post it on 1,000,001 drama channels and shit like that.
Let's fucking go. You, Xingyu.
Whatever, bro.
I mean, I'm going to do the same thing, but has Kazahana or fucking Lydia or... Oh shit, I can literally see the Lydia video beside my screen. Yeah. Never mind then. Yeah, they already made a video about it.
Whatever. I didn't say anything. It's the truth. I'm just saying the truth. That's all I'm saying.
Sure.
I didn't say anything. I just said the truth. I didn't say anything bad. I didn't say anything wrong because it's...
By the way, vindicated. Vindicated. The anti-V shoujo sentiments that we had since 2022, vindicated.
The truth is what actually fucking happened.
Yeah.
But in a way, I'm glad. Actually, no, I'm not glad I stayed. I'm not glad I stayed. I wish I would have fucking left. Sure fucking left, bro.
Sure.
There were multiple factors as to why I couldn't leave. I just wish I could have left.
What is it?
And never look back.
It's a Calliope Mori song.
But anyway. Why? So it's our fault? Yes, it's your fault, chat. This is all your fault.
It's a Calliope Mori song and the Suisei song. Wait, no. Na, 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 open my eyes. Na, 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 na. Yeah, it's a Gacha. It's Getcha. It's Getcha. By Mori Calliope and Suisei. Yes. Wait, who raided me? Wait, who raided me? I can't see names. Restore chat. Who raided me? Wait, who raided me? I can't see. Thank you. Thank you. I can't see your name. I'm so sorry. I was watching the thing.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay, hello. Hello. Is it back? Is it actually back? Hi. Holy fuck, I don't know what crashed, what happened there. Like, I just opened the tab, and then I just opened another tab, and suddenly, poof, fucking crashed. Chat, maybe I really do need a stronger PC. I'm not gonna kid with you. My PC is only like 4 years old. I still think it's decent, but these crashes, these random crashes on stream is a little concerning now. I feel like I don't like what's currently going on. Yeah. Hi chat, welcome back to the stream. Thank you. We're not gonna open new tabs. So I never usually want to open new tabs. Okay, I already have them open usually when I stream. So I don't know what causes the fucking crashes. So let's just go back to like what Iron Mouse was talking about here.
I don't share much information about my time.
Sure.
Whatever. I didn't say anything. It's the truth. I'm just saying the truth. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's see this.
Sure fucking left, bro. There were multiple factors as to why I couldn't leave.
Okay.
I just wish I could have left.
Sure.
And never look back. But anyway. Why? So it's our fault? Yes, it's your fault, chat. This is all your fault. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
She's absolutely not kidding.
Bro, and the fact that there were people... Oh my god, I got the agree! Bro, there were people that worked there that hated me, bro.
It's natural. This happens in a lot of agencies when it gets too big because they're beholden to you, but they don't, they hate it. They hate you because they're beholden to you. and they know that they are getting their money because of you, but at the same time they can't control you, or they can't do any. They don't have a say about the things that you do or say.
Hated me. Hated me. Hated me 100% hated. 100 hated. 100% hated my guts, bro. That would say the most heinous shit about me. You, bro.
Oh, okay. She's calling somebody out in particular, hoping or thinking that they're just hate watching her, or maybe that person has a friend that would send that message over to him. At the same time, though, I don't get why a lot of people were still, or even the talents themselves were still defending VShojo at a certain point when we knew there were gonna be problems.
And if you think that I'm talking about you, I probably am.
Okay, that doesn't work.
I'm just saying. If the shoe fits, bro. But that's okay.
I was
That's
talking
okay.
about Gunrun or something.
You can hate me all you want. It's fine. She's on to me. You can hate me all you want, bro. It's fine. I don't hate you. Despite all the shit you've talked about me, I do not hate you. I'm just saying, man. I do not hate you. Roxy too. Roxy feels the same way. Bro, oh my god.
The rats in my head is... Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, bros. Obviously, don't take anything that I say here at face value. But the rats in my head, the fucking schizophrenic little douchebags running in the back of my mind right now are saying Melody for some reason.
Bruh. Let me tell you something, man. Shaking my head, bro. Shaking my head.
SMH.
I don't get how anybody... Oh, there's tons of people that don't like me. There's tons of people that don't like me. It makes me sad. I wish people didn't... Like, I wish people didn't hate me, but there are a lot of people that do not like me. There were quite a number of people that did not like me that worked at that place.
At VShojo? Okay.
Anyway, everything that I said, by the way,
What about it?
all I have to say is I love all the talent that was at that place.
Okay, it wasn't Melody then. Okay.
And they were all great.
Okay, it wasn't Melody then. Gotcha.
Talent, thumbs up.
I think it's pretty easy to be sus of Melody for sure. Yeah. Not to feed rats or anything, even though me saying this already will by its nature. But it's just that because of how closely associated Project Melody was with the people, with the workers in VShojo, with the startup, because VShojo was literally built as on the back of Project Melody, by the way, like at the very beginning, as well as like fucking, was it the 3D modeler? Yeah, it was the 3D modeler for fucking Melody. Spreading rats that her and Mountain Dew had a little secret tryst agreement thing that gave her a little bit of power within the company. It's very easy to feel very sus of Melody. Yeah. By the way, give me a second. I'm going to take care of my cat real quick. I don't know why she's bitching and whining. Jesus Christ. Hi. Okay, this is the little son of a bitch that's so loud. Can you hear her? Hi. Aw, she's a little cuddly little creature. Chat, she was literally at the door of my fucking room. Okay? Oh, sorry, on my office, on my streaming room. And you have to understand, this cat is 2 weeks old. 2.5 weeks old. Her eyes just learned how to open. And she's already this attached to me. Because I fucking feed her and shit. She probably imprinted on me and sees me as like the mom. Or something. So, yeah. Yeah, I already fed you. See? Is it hungry? I fed her. I just fed her before I started streaming. Because I wanted all of them to fall asleep. And 3 of them did. This other one is not. This other one decided not to sleep, I guess. Shh. Come on. Hold on. Give me like 30 seconds. Dude, it's not even fucking hungry. I gave it like the little milky thing, the little small bottle with the milk thing, and she's not even drinking. So no, she was not hungry. She just wanted attention, I guess. God damn it. Are you a foster, DN? No. So for the people that don't know about it yet, I have a mama cat, right? Like my first cat ever. She died like a week or so ago. And before she died, she gave birth to like a litter, like 4 kittens. And now I had to buy like kitten replacement milk to make sure they don't fucking die, right? And that's every 4 hours or so I have to get up, fucking bottle feed them and shit. And I did before we started streaming. And one of them is still awake and wants father's attention, I guess. It being me. Oh, thank you, Lauren TB. Yeah, go ahead, man. Thank you for the raid and shit. Goodbye. So, I just gave it some attention, put it back in her litter box thingy, and she stopped bitching and whining. I need to shock it, though, or something. Context on the video title? The Iron Mouse title? Basically, there wasn't that much information that was there. She just said that there were people within V Shoujo, like employees that fucking hated her. Yeah. So donate to DN to support the kittens. True! Donate to me! It's expensive, man! And it's going to be even more expensive because they're going to be like adults in like a month or so. So yeah, donations would help. Super chats are fine. Anyway, let's watch the other video. Crony has a very fond memory of the worst times in her life.
I pulled out all the energy I had, and after that, I put my room in complete pitch black.
Okay.
Curtains drawn. Cannot see anything. I wake up, it's still pitch black kind of darkness.
Okay.
And it was so good.
Sure.
Usually when I go to sleep, I really like to make things dark. All the stimulus is removed.
That was a self-report. Crony, that was a self-report. You are autistic.
Everything is removed. So it's kind of nice. But then my room was a complete mess, so...
Oh, mildly OCD. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Congrats on becoming a mother. I expect pregnant. Ah, fuck. True, probably soon.
Sensory deprivation room. I kind of love that. Dude, that would be like therapeutic for me. The other people were saying, oh, I'm gonna go insane. But me, just give me a blanket and I can sleep on the floor.
Same.
I don't even
Crony grew up in the hood, my man. Same as I did.
need a bed. I just
Sleep on the floor. Exactly.
I don't need a phone. I don't need anything. I just need to sleep.
Because I'm Filipino, I need a fan. You're Canadian or you live in Canada, so everything there is much chiller. But as a Filipino, I kind of may need a fan, or else my sweat. It would be super uncomfortable trying to sleep with a blanket on, and at that point I just wouldn't have a blanket. So it depends on where I am.
I'll sleep for 24 hours.
Sure.
Sleeping on the floor is really comfortable. Yeah. Used to like sleep on like a stone floor, and back then, way back when this was one of the times where we were moving very frequently.
Okay.
And none of my family were able to arrive, and none of the furnitures came in.
Okay.
So, my dad and I, we just slept on the floor.
Yep. The real PH experience.
Then with just a blanket, and then we played solitaire.
What?
And then would drink from tap water. And then since there's not a lot of food, there'd be like some food that my mom packed.
Okay.
And we would just eat by having some of the rice and then putting water in it.
Are you trying to escape from the mafia or some bullshit? What the fuck is this? Water? At least soy sauce, man. I mean, I feel like every Southeast Asian in the world has probably experienced some degree of being so poor that all you have to eat is like soy sauce and rice, but never water and rice. Okay, at the very least, soy sauce or maybe even salt. Jesus Christ, bro is poverty maxing, true.
And then eating it like that. And we'd be so hungry, and we'd be like, whoa,
This is so good, yeah. When chat, I have been in a spot in my life where I was so hungry that that eating vinegar and rice was the most delicious thing ever. Poverty maxing, true.
It was kind of peaceful. I kind of miss it in a way.
Why?
Cause what do we do? Oh, that time we were on a plane. Okay, we flew from the plane. Other times we
Bro, it really does feel like they're running away from the mafia or some bullshit. What do you mean you flew from the plane?
travel from like province to a whole other side of the province, basically.
Okay.
On a road trip. Would take about a week or so to get to the other side. For example, let's say I was staying, or where should I say? I was in this place called Moncton, and I would go from Moncton to all the way, maybe, Manitoba.
That's very far. Roughly 42 to 43 hours of driving time. Thank you, by the way, Osakai. Oh my god. What were you doing?
We were moving, and some people were not so fortunate to be able to take
the
plane.
She took a plane. Okay, gotcha.
So we just shoved all the rest of our belongings into a car, and 3 willing, not so willing participants got in the car, and I had half a seat.
Okay.
And even with half a seat, I still managed to make myself comfortable.
Man, so nostalgic. It was kind of beautiful because during nighttime we would stop and then would see the stars. And then sometimes we would like come across a lake and then stop the car and look at it, be like, damn, that's nice. Humanizing experience.
I think I get why she misses it. Oh, I think I get why she misses it. Thank you, my Leo CD. I remember when my bed was an air mattress on the top of a bunch of totes of toys because my grandparents kicked me and my mom out. Now I'm sending super chats to some VTuber drama show in the Philippines. Hey man, you ascended. That's all I'm saying. You're probably in a better position than I am. Right now, I'm fucking broke. I just spent like a lot of my fucking money taking care of a cat that just fucking died, and now I have to take care of her kids. And then income from February didn't do that much this year, so I have to live very minimally this month and probably next month too. But yeah, I think I understand what Crony means when she means that she misses it. Because when you're in I know because I say this from experience too. When you're in a very difficult part of your life, everything is simple. Everything is so simple. Everything is so easy. The complications, the politics, all these sorts of things, to a certain extent, they are exhausting, true. But if you have a singular goal, and you are so single-minded in doing the things that you have to do, and that's all you have to worry about, it is so simple. Life becomes infinitely easier to go through. Okay, maybe not easier, but what she says, it's peaceful. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're just trying to survive. Yeah, you don't have to think about a lot of the complicated stuff that's happening in the world, right? That's why, like, when there's a bunch of fucking retards on Twitter whining and seething about something that does not concern them, usually it gets called out for being performative, or that they don't have problems, or they don't have real problems, right? Because to a certain extent, if you are able to care about politics that happens across the other part of the world, then you don't have real problems. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a Filipino and you're so concerned, or you feel so strongly about stuff that's going on in America, or anywhere else really, like in Japan or in Russia, then maybe fucking, I don't know, maybe you don't have problems. So you have to create all sorts of problems to feel something. To feel like you belong something, or that you have something that you're part of, like a community or whatever. Unless it's your work or science. Yeah, true. There's always exceptions. But in general, I would like to think that's the case. Yeah.
It really was humanizing.
Might have been one of the worst times of my life, but also at the same time, it was one of the most humanizing experiences.
Yeah.
And I had such a beautiful time with my family.
Aww.
Become
human. Okay, that's kind of cute from Crony. I want to see the clip where she's mouthing though. This one.
最近ホロメンと会ってるよ。この前はクロニーとかEN のこと結構会ってるね。
Those Filipinos aren't worrying over gas prices. The Filipino gas price thing is a very complicated topic, because there are retards right now in the Philippines that are blaming the president, or that is blaming the current administration for the oil prices hike, but they don't see that regardless of who's president sitting in the fucking office right now, oil prices would have fucking risen anyway because of the Iran situation. There are absolutely retards in the Philippines who don't really care about like being who don't really care about context or all these sorts of things. Just like in America, Filipinos always or really only care about agenda posting and nothing else. You will very rarely meet a Filipino that is good faith. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Very rarely. I would like to think that I am one of the people that is good faith. Like, I'd like to think that whenever I'm told something, I don't necessarily always immediately believe it, unless like there's proof or I'm convinced thoroughly in some sort of way. right? And if I see something, like, I don't side with anyone or anything, even if it benefits me, unless I know it's the truth. But then again, I have not been in a position where my beliefs have been tested. But I think at the same time, that says to how much stern or logical and factual my actual beliefs are. So that's what I think. Anyway, back to the Crony clip.
なんかさ、クロニーちゃんもさ、喋ってたんだけどさ、フェスの時にさ、一緒にご飯を食べようみたいな話になって、で、ご飯をね、配達で頼んでたんだけど、食べたいやつがお互いにあって、で、結構時間がかかりそうだったの。来なかった。そうそうそう。で、だから二人でめちゃくちゃ喋りまくって待ってたのよ。で、途中からアイリスも合流したんだけど、三人でね、いろいろ喋ってたんだけど、そしたらさ、なんか、はぁみたいなことをクロニーが言い出して、どうしたって聞いたら、なんかキャンセルされてる、なんでって言われて、知らないけどって。
Okay. Fucking wait, she got mad because the restaurant canceled her
なん
order?
かキャンセルされてる、なんでって言われて、
なんで
知らないけどって知らないよってもう
知らないよ
めちゃくちゃ怒ってた。これが食べたくてずっと待ってたのに、なんかキャンセルされてる、なんでって言って。
Crony is actually unironically perfect. She is like... She is the picture of woman. Like, she is the most woman there is. You know what I mean? Like, she is like a woman. You know? And I feel like she knows that she is a woman, or at least she knows what women are capable of, or the extent of the greed or whatever there is. And that's why she's also low-key a misogynist. She hates her own kind. I mean, obviously she doesn't actually hate her own kind, but she memes about it. She jokes about it. You know what I mean? She's a real drama queen.
何食べる予定だったんですか？なんだっけな、結構ジャンキーなチキンとかだった気がする。辛めのチキンとか頼んでた気がする。ブチギレてた。返金はしてもらえたって言ってたのよ。返金はしてもらえたんだけど、
They did
そう
give
じ
me
ゃな
a
くて
refund, but that's not the point.
私はそれが食べたかったのに。
I wanted to eat this food and I couldn't. She would be the perfect girlfriend, I'm gonna tell you that. She wants food, she doesn't get it, so she has a crash out. When the only thing you care about is surviving, everything else seems trivial, and every little good thing you do means a lot more. Yeah, mildly OCD, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, you're absolutely true even. I would like to think my family got out of poverty when I was 4th grade. I think that's when my family escaped poverty, because that's when my mom got like a job overseas. But beforehand, yeah, everything was kind of fucking freaky. Sorry, not freaky, hellish.
で、まあ、いいじゃないか、じゃあコンビニ行こうよって言って、コンビニ行って、そしたらなんか特盛りのうどんをやっぱり買ってて、あ、やっぱりうどんにしたんだねって言ってたんだけど、たまたまだったみたいで、あ、本当だ、うどんだみたいな。
Oh, true! She didn't even know! Yeah, she didn't even know it was udon!
にそれ撮ってたなと思って、すごい面白くなっちゃう。本当だ。
Okay, you know what, to be fair, as a foreigner, as somebody that's been in Japan and ordered convenience store food, I didn't know what the fuck I was buying when I saw it. Okay? Like, back when Rima and I and Parrot were in fucking Japan and we were buying food, whenever Parrot and I were looking at food, half of the time we didn't even know what the fuck it was, but it looked tasty. It was just fried something, or something eggs, or whatever the case might be. It was in a 7-Eleven. And we didn't know what the fuck we were eating. So we just bought whatever looked nice and we just... it was like gambling, basically. Everybody's a gotcha. Like, we open it and it's like, oh, nice. I got this. And then Parrot would say, oh, I also got this. Let's go. And then we eat. You know? Yeah.
うどんだじゃなくてって。もう面白かったよ。やっぱうどん頼むんだねって言ったら、あ、うどんだって。どうしようって言ってて、いや、食べればいいじゃん、美味しいよねって言って。いや、どうしようは、やっぱ漢字は読めないわけじゃん。だから、特盛りっていう、大盛りであることに気づかなくてどうしようだったみたいなの。どうし食べきれるかなみたいな。大丈夫でしょって。大丈夫じゃないかなって。食べようって。カップ麺の特盛りだったんだけど、うどんの。
How's your ratio between positive and negative surprises, DN? I would like to think it was mostly overwhelmingly net positive. Yeah, I had some negative experiences in Japan, like, you know, the racism, the xenophobia experience. But, you know, I think you guys know this about me, but I don't really care about being racistified, or like I don't care being subjected to racism because in the back of my mind I will always think it's funny. If a random Korean out there calls me a dog or whatever for being a Filipino, in the back of my mind I'd always be laughing. Look, my childhood is so fucked. Because I've always been subjected to racism because I think I told you guys I'm browner than your average brown people. So in the back of my mind, when somebody is racist towards me, it becomes funny. So every single racist thing that I see, every single one, okay chat, every single racist thing that happens in the internet, to me, no matter the extent, in the back of my mind, I will always be laughing. That's the unfortunate truth. I don't know if that's sad or anything. I don't know if that's based. Maybe it's a little bit of both because, you know, I've experienced so much I experienced so much racism that I maybe my mind in its warped little attempt to cope, I interpret things as funny. But that's how I am right now. Yeah. I don't talk about it though. Or sorry, I don't say it though. I would clap back that I'm trying to get competitive. Yeah, it depends on who's being racist to me. You guys saw my racist tweet against Koreans, right? Yeah. Look, we're gonna do it right now. Depressed Nosagi. I retweet. I was racist towards Koreans the other week. And it got a lot of views, so I thought that was pretty funny. Lol, not the competitive racism. Dude, we're Southeast Asians. Oh shit, that's actually in line with what we're going to look at next, because we're going to watch this video, Asian racism. Okay. Yeah, look at this shit. Okay. Where was it? Where was it? Where's my racist tweet? Where's my racist tweet? Oh, here we go. Look at this shit, okay, chat? Damn. 400k views, by the way. 27k likes. Assuming Koreans go to heaven is crazy, because the meme itself is, like, funny. Look, okay? America? Canada. Okay, deported by ICE. Nice. And you get fucking shot, you enter North Korea, right? And then I say, assuming Koreans go to heaven is crazy. Yeah, man. Look. We do it for the love of the game. Lol, if you South Korean, then fucking go to hell. True. Yeah. So, competitive. Is that a Mexican flag? It is. So, chat. I'm going to tell you right now, right? And to anybody watching this in the future for future references too, don't bitch to me about racism, because I will always laugh at it. I'm so sorry. It doesn't matter what happens. In the back of my mind, I will always laugh at it. Anyway, Asian racism is built than your average racism. Let's look at this.
Hi, I'm just a fat little Asian man.
Hi.
And as a fat little Asian man, you can bet I've had my fair share of racism around the world. But
and you've also dealt your own fair share of racism, true.
I say, white people racism is probably the most boring and bland.
True!
Kinda like their seasoning. I mean, it's always either the Asian eyes or, can you speak the English please?
Or the N-word. Yeah.
So uncreative.
I'm gonna be honest with you, the most effective thing, or the most racist thing that you white people in the chat have made up is call black people the N-word. And even then, it's not even like, obviously if we put in like historical context, it's bad, blah, 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 slavery, blah, blah, blah. But like, that's it. The most racist thing as a concept that you white people came up with is calling the other race the color or a shortened version of the thing that they actually are IRL. Because chat, the N-word is just Negro, which is Spanish for black, which historically owns a lot of the black slaves back then, right? Well, that and the European, the Spanish and the English people. Yeah. And then white people called Japanese people Japs, which is just a shortened version of Japanese, Japs. And that's it. That's the extent of the racism you can deal out? Are you stupid? Come the fuck on, man. Yeah. Come the fuck on.
I think the only time...
At least come up with something creative, right? Like, Chinese call us shit-eating garbage diving monkeys or something, right? Or some variation of that. And yeah, you know, you could say that that's a little, just only a bit more racist, but I feel like the venom in those words have enough damage to be actually considered racist. Are you calling out the lack of creativity? Yes, I am. I absolutely am. I feel like if you're gonna be racist, at least be creative. You know what I mean?
Somebody even tried. It was this one time during my stay in Australia.
Okay.
I was at a supermarket getting some tasty ramen noodles when the cashier looked at the ramen and looked at me, then said, "Of course, noodles."
Hell yeah!
Honestly, I couldn't even be mad. It was pretty funny, and I'd give it a nice 7.2 out of 10. Maybe it's because I'm used to Asian racism, where it's not enough to just insult your race, they have to insult your ancestors too.
True.
I've seen so many videos where people act surprised that there's racism in countries like Korea and Japan, which honestly completely baffles me. Asia is not some sort of...
That's how you know the West doesn't really have real race. I mean, they do, but like, you know, not racism the way we know it.
exotic utopia where racism doesn't exist. It's arguably worse.
Yes.
Racism here is on a different level.
Yes.
We Asians can be racist to people who look identical. Don't
Yes.
believe me? East Asians all hate each other. Indians and Pakistanis are mortal.
Okay. I'm going to come up with a racist insult to everybody here. Okay. You rabbit eating, dog eating, balls licking, asshole dripping, fucking bat slobbering, snake guzzling, virus person. You're okay. I like you, Japs. You deserve to go to hell, Koreans. Ha ha ha. Okay. Okay, Pakistani and Indian. You kid diddling, street shitting, spice guzzling brownie. You're also the same thing, because you're basically just Indian, but inferior Pakistanis. Okay.
Enemies. Thais look down on Burmese. Vietnamese and Cambodians dislike each other. Of course, Asian racism might not be as systemic or historic like Western racism was.
Sure.
But I think in terms of racist encounters in everyday life, there's definitely more here. Why? Let's take a look together. Before we take a look at Asian racism, let's review a little bit about our classic...
Correction, white people don't season their food, only exists for upper middle class whites, which is only half of the story because sometimes they ruin their food with it. Go to the South, everyone seasons their food. I feel like... Yeah, I've never bought the whole white people don't season their food thing. Because everything that I've seen from American culture, there's always a lot of sauces. There's a lot of sauces. It's usually fried. There's a lot of salt in it. There's a lot of black pepper. I never got that.
Western racism first, to really understand how Asian racism is different. In my understanding, Western racism can be divided into three ideas: exploitation, pseudoscience, and institutions.
Okay.
Racism in the West wasn't always so complex. Honestly, aside from the sprinkles of anti-Semitism here and there, racism didn't really take off until the 16th century when Europe unlocked a new region called the Americas.
True.
And everybody
The black
scrambled
people.
to take over the resources there. One issue: they needed workers for huge plantations and mines, as Native Americans died in the millions due to newfound diseases brought by Europeans.
Sure.
Of course, we already know that Africans were sold as slaves, but at first it was less to do about race and more about convenience. You couldn't send white locals because rich elites needed them to work in existing farms and jobs. Going
Sure.
to Asia or the Middle East was out of the question, as the Ottoman Empire in its peak acted as the roadblock. On the
Sure.
other hand, African kingdoms conveniently already had existing slave trade routes with European kingdoms, making it easier to exploit and ship out to the Americas. Plantations and mines were quickly filled up with slaves, and they were dehumanized to maximize profits. To justify the horrible fate they imposed on the millions of people, pseudoscience was used to paint black people as inherently inferior and whites as superior. Over time, this idea that white people were superior to other races would be embedded in laws and policies.
Sure.
I mean, imagine living during those times. Through education, racism would be taught like it was fact. Then, throughout life, you would see people of color in very low status jobs or slavery, which to you would become evidence, further reinforcing that education you had, not knowing that policies like segregation had systematically blocked people of color from opportunities. It was perceptions like this that justified discrimination, enlarging inside institutions and policies for centuries. Wow, what a wonderful, positive topic to really bring out our hopes for humanity as a whole, right? How does Asia put a spin on this Western classic?
Okay.
Now, if you look at Asia, it's a pretty big place, with many, many different cultures and histories. There's probably no single encompassing narrative for Asia as a whole, and I'm definitely not the guy that can give it to you. What I can give you are general ideas that make up racism in Asia today by taking a look at these guys, China and India.
Okay.
Now, for some of you, it might be difficult to believe, but it is undeniable that Chinese and Indian culture has been a huge influence to almost every country in Asia culturally and politically.
Yeah.
These guys were building civilizations when everyone else were just hunter-gatherers,
Yeah.
using the large and resource-rich geography to create cities where politics, technology, and culture advanced. Cities quickly developed into centers of economic and cultural exchange, where goods, ideas, and innovations would be exported to the entirety of Asia.
Yeah.
Through these ideas and innovations, China and India not only influenced borders and kingdoms, but how people lived, cooked, worked, and most importantly, how they thought.
Okay.
Chinese philosophies like Confucianism and Taoism, and Indian religions like Hinduism and Buddhism greatly influenced entire kingdoms, becoming the basis of societies over centuries. The thing is, there's always two sides to influence. It's like how I can eat tasty Yangzhou fried rice, but also have to deal with blood pudding stew, both influenced by Chinese cuisine. Likewise, the long-lasting
Blood puddings are fucking disgusting.
Chinese and Indian culture have shaped ethics, family values, and social harmony, but also prejudices and racism.
Yes.
Let's start by what I think has impacted the ways we view other cultures here in Asia. Chinese ethnocentrism. The word ethnocentrism refers to the belief that
Yes.
the people,
You are superior.
customs, and traditions
You
of
are
their
the
own race
superior
or country
race.
are better than those of other races or countries. Therefore, Chinese ethnocentrism is the idea that Chinese culture is number one. Instead of about being race and biology, it's more about a hierarchy of cultures. You see, Chinese culture is closely related to Confucianism. In
Okay.
the Confucianist perspective, the world is full of hierarchies, like father and son, elder and youth, or king and servant.
Sure.
Social order is only achieved when these hierarchies and their mutual
Wow, this fucking looks like the Sith Lord thing. You have a master and an apprentice.
responsibilities are respected. The upper is tasked with guidance and bringing order, and the under should follow and give respect.
Sure.
This is where Chinese ethnocentrism takes its roots. Their culture is superior to others, and they are destined to show them social order, but entitled to respect. Where's the evidence for all this? Well, it's right here in the name. Not this one, but this one.
What does that
This is 中国, which means China in Chinese. 中 here means middle, while 国 here means country. Put them together and it
中国.
means middle country, roughly translating to the center of civilization. Yeah, they've been only doing it for around a short
mean? Oh, so that's the meaning of China.
time of 3,000 years. The first recorded instance of the word 中国 dates to around 1038 BC. The thing is, for most of history, China did have everything. The next technological innovations like gunpowder or printing, in China. The next new food dish, art, and architecture form, in China.
Yep.
New and exotic cultures from around the world,
China.
in China.
Yep.
Advanced political institutions like merit-based civil service and provincial
Okay, you know what? This was bad though.
administration systems, they're all in China. You get the picture, right?
That was bad though. Exams are probably the worst fucking thing they came up with.
Here's where the problems start. The first problem was everybody wanted a piece of Chinese culture and their resource-rich trade.
Yes.
I mean, just imagine. You and your tribe of hunter-gatherers stumble upon a Chinese city. There's tall and fancy buildings. Everyone's actually wearing clothes. They eat tasty rice and cooked meat instead of raw fish and plants.
True.
Of course you'd want in. The second problem was China didn't just let anybody have a piece of their sweet trade. You needed to be recognized as civilized first. China considered
need to
all
stop being
cultures
a
not
monkey.
aligned with their Confucianist beliefs to be inferior. This was reflected in the Chinese language, with more than 20 different characters for the word savage or barbarian.
Alright, let's look at this. Gotcha, okay.
The term for barbarians was generally used to refer to non-Chinese ethnic groups living
Oh,
outside of
mildly,
China.
holy shit, that's a lot of super chats, mildly. Are you sure you're okay with that? Having lived in the ghetto in the US, I didn't usually fear white people unless they're tweaking out on drugs. Oh shit, you're talking about the Fent zombie thing. Yeah, I know what that is. You know who were constantly fighting among everyone, including themselves. You know who were constantly fighting among everyone, including themselves, to elicit fear? Yeah. Are you going to say... Are you gonna say a certain race? Is the answer a certain race?
While the term five barbarians was used to refer to ethnic groups living inside of China. Chinese dynasties also had strict tributary systems where surrounding states were expected to acknowledge China's superiority by bringing precious ornaments, regional specialties, or slaves as tribute. When
Sure.
it really came down to it, for most countries, you really only had two options. Option A, accept Chinese culture and its practices, or option B, develop a strong military to steal this culture.
Oh.
No matter what option you picked, you ended up being influenced by Chinese culture anyway. Picking option A meant that you had to integrate Chinese ideas and institutions into your
YouTube
domestic...
won't let me because it's gay. I see. Yeah, no, I got your message loud and clear, mildly. I got you, brother.
politics.
I got you.
Countries that took this route were Korea and Vietnam. Option
Okay.
B would usually lead to strong military-based ethnic groups to conquer large parts of China, creating conquest dynasties. Over time, though, they more or less just ended up being assimilated into Chinese culture. Some examples are Jurchens during the Jin dynasty
Okay.
and Mongolians during the Yuan dynasty.
Okay.
As more parts of Chinese culture were integrated into domestic systems, ethnocentrism was embedded as well.
True.
If everybody generally agreed that China's culture was at the top, everybody wanted to argue that they were second best. Over time, many countries developed their own little
They want the sloppy seconds.
versions of Chinese-style ethnocentrism, where they would adapt hierarchical views and barbarian labels of their own. Here are some examples. Vietnam viewed neighboring groups like Khmer and Champas as backward kingdoms. Japan also viewed its Shinto traditions as unique and superior than other Asians. And we all know how
Okay,
that...
brother, here's how I know that the Philippines is absolutely nowhere near the top in Southeast Asia. Okay, average IQ score SEA. Okay, this is probably bullshit, but let's look at this. Look at this shit, okay? Singapore, obviously the richest country in the fucking in Southeast Asia. 106, Vietnam 101, Malaysia 99, Thailand 98, Myanmar 97, Philippines 96. So hey, we're not the most retarded Southeast Asian. But we're definitely not the smartest too. Yeah. Also, I'm good. Recently got my 3 years tax returns. There sucks. It's complicated. Oh, hey, good for you. I have not filed my taxes yet. I will probably next week.
turned out. Ethnocentrism may not be as straightly defined as racism in the biological sense, but it has shaped perceptions for over thousands of years. Now, if Chinese ethnocentrism influenced how we view other cultures through prejudice and hierarchies, there's another concept that influenced the perspectives on how people are treated, especially those who are perceived as lower. The Indian caste system is a class division about as old as Chinese ethnocentrism,
Oh,
give or take a few hundred years.
That is that.
Basically, it separated society into four main groups like this, based on type of occupation and status.
Yo, wait a minute. Brahmins? That's a fucking Fallout 4 thing. That's a Fallout 4 creature. Kshatriya? That's the fucking Gundam thing. The thing with the Gundam in Unicorn Gundam with the 4 wings. Well, it wasn't a Gundam, it was a Zaku. I don't know these people.
Initially, it was flexible, with opportunities to move between classes based on merit
Well,
and skills.
true.
However, as society became more complex, society was divided into hundreds of rigid subcastes called jatis, focusing more on specific jobs, region, and birth. Over time, the caste dictated not only one's job, but also one's marriage prospects, food habits, and place in the social order. The caste wasn't just a social identity, but also a deeply entrenched system of religious purity based on the Hinduism worldview. In
Okay.
Hinduism, when we die, we don't go to heaven or hell,
We
but instead are
reincarnate.
reborn.
Yeah.
Thus, a person's class is decided based on the karma collected throughout their previous lives, which meant that if
So basically, the older you are and the more you do good, you go higher.
your caste was low, it was your fault. You lived a life collecting bad karma throughout your life cycles.
Actually, you know what? To a certain extent, I can see why that gets peddled, right? Because if it works like that, then you can have a reason in your entire government, in your entire institution or administration, that the reason why people are poor is because you were a bad person. Okay? Because most of humanity, well, I mean, it's a very fucked up way of looking at world, but like I feel like we can all agree, right? Like that most people in the world are only really driven by self-interests. People rarely do things or act by themselves. So if you were born as a leader and you instill the idea that you are born as a leader because you were good and a very like selfless person when you in your previous life and you're at the very top, then you would have a reason. You would have like this divine right to fucking be at the top because you were the kindest fucking person that lived in your entire kingdom. And as such, you foster this dynamic in your administration or in your government or kingdom that you deserve to be at the top because you were the morally correct choice by the gods to be there. It makes sense. Or, sorry, it's not that it makes sense, but it's the perfect loop to like lie to the entire populace and get things ordered. You know, that's actually kind of smart.
It was your fault. You lived a
Damn, don't let Rima know about this.
life collecting bad karma
Rima
throughout
would
your life
probably do
cycles,
it.
and now you're going to be cleaning waste from toilets your entire life. Indians believe that in order to avoid this fate, you have to collect
Propaganda, yeah, it's basically that's the most excellent view of that's the most excellent like propaganda narrative out there, I would like to think.
karma. No, not by doing yoga and drinking smoothies, but by performing the duties of your own caste, and more importantly, by avoiding impurities like corpses, specific foods, and especially the lower caste.
True.
Probably the most famous is the Dalits, also referred to as the untouchables, existing beneath the
Sure.
caste structure. Treated as the most impure, higher castes would even bathe if a Dalit shadow had touched them. These people were forcibly
Jesus
moved into
Christ.
the main living areas, with access denied to public spaces.
Okay.
Due to this, most Dalits ended up being death-trapped, forcibly working for almost nothing for generations. Also, law enforcement has historically refused to investigate crimes against the Dalits, making them even more vulnerable to hate crimes and sexual exploitation. You kind of get the picture already, right? The ideas of rebirth and karma in Hinduism were used to legitimize the mistreatment and dehumanization
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, it's literally that you use that propaganda to make it like a moral thing.
of the lower caste. They're suffering right now. They all deserved it.
Yeah.
It's all because of their previous lives. Don't expect help or change in this life. If they stay complacent and do their lowly jobs correctly, perhaps they could be reborn into a better caste.
Yeah.
In this way, the mistreatment of others perceived as lower
So wait a minute. Wouldn't be like if I was Indian and that got hardwired into my head that was actually the case, you know what I would do? I would save a shit ton of puppies. I would donate my food to another person that was more unfortunate. I would do all these good things and then kill myself. That way, it's in the vain hopes of being reborn as a good person or reborn in like a better place, right? And if that turns out to not be true, then I don't suffer anymore. In the end of the day, killing yourself is always the ultimate. It always goes back to killing yourself.
and their misfortune was closely linked with morality. There was no need for empathy, social justice, or intervention. It was natural for prejudice to become justice.
Yeah.
The ideas of the Indian caste were spread to nearby countries in Southeast Asia, such as Indonesia, Cambodia, and Thailand. However, it was actually the spread of Buddhism that passed these ideas all the way across Asia. Buddhism expanded throughout the entirety of Asia over a few centuries by Buddhist monks who traveled with merchant caravans on the Silk Road. Buddhism itself actually rejects caste systems, with its version of karma and rebirth concentrating more on moral self-conduct instead of lineage and purity.
Okay.
The problem was, as Buddhism spread to different countries, The ideas of karma and rebirth were perfect for elites to exploit as legitimacy for their rule. Some examples are the Chinese Tang and Song dynasties, Korea's Goryeo dynasty, and Japan's Edo period.
Okay.
With Buddhism, the influence of the caste system sneaked its way across Asia. Over centuries, the core ideas of mistreatment of social minorities being linked with morality were fused with indigenous hierarchies. So, let's sum up what we have right now. On one hand, ethnocentrism.
Isn't alt F4ing yourself a negative karma? Not that I know of. In Christian, maybe. Like, if you in Christian beliefs, if you kill yourself, you go to hell. But I mean, maybe I just don't know Buddhism that much.
Strict thinking brought ideas of self-superiority through cultural hierarchy. On the other hand, we have caste systems that reinforced discrimination against groups deemed impure, primitive, or lower in status.
Sure.
And just like that, modern-day Asian racism was born. Well, not really. Traditional hierarchies did affect prejudice in Asia, but it was part of a complex social order that adjusted and developed over centuries. Here's how it works. Hierarchies became more rigid and exploitative over time.
Yeah.
Exploited classes would become angry about social problems, and massive conflicts would arise between.
Yeah, and then we start being racist towards them because we are the inferior race. And because we are the inferior race, like we are like the oppressed race, we have all the rights and the moral, like we are morally in the right to be racist towards the superior race, quote unquote. Yeah.
These groups and the ruling class, resulting in significant damages. Hierarchies would be adjusted to be more flexible in order to prevent future conflicts. For example, in China, repeated peasant rebellions like the Yellow Turban Rebellion exposed the limits of rigid Confucian hierarchies, forcing later dynasties to adapt their policies, redistribute land, or reform the bureaucracy, not out of benevolence, but to preserve power.
Sure.
In other words, while traditional hierarchies were often oppressive, they were ultimately part of a cyclical system that allowed for adjustment and reform through internal pressure. You see, in order to break the cycle and create something powerful like Asian racism, you need something strong, something really racist, something really white. Of course, it's the OG itself, Western colonialism.
Okay.
When the tea and bread people colonized parts of Asia, they needed an ideology that would justify their rule and exploitation over the massive Asian populations. For the European powers though, they've already done it before, and they knew it would work. Yep, they introduced Western racism straight into Asia, but with some little tweaks. Here's a general guide to how they pulled it off. First, the colonizers started by hijacking the existing traditional hierarchies. Instead of building their own hierarchies, they put themselves at the top of existing ones through military force and political manipulation. After that, they introduced the idea of the white man's burden. The white man's burden was a form of white supremacy, where uncivilized locals needed the guidance of white people to become developed. It's a crazy form of gaslighting where they told the locals that colonizers were doing them a favor. Using these racist ideas, they radicalized the existing hierarchies by using the already existing divides within the people. Certain castes or ethnicities were made to be middle managers for the colonizers and were rewarded for extorting and exploiting their own people.
Sure.
By doing so, the European powers made sure that the resentment from locals were redirected to these classes, creating severe discourse amongst the locals. Finally, institutions and colonies were created solely to boost efficiency of exploitation. With so much work experience in their hands, the European colonizers embedded institutions with hierarchies, reshaping local systems with policies like segregation, and making one's social caste set in stone with class censuses. Then, those institutions were dominated with middle management classes, incentivizing extortion for personal gain. This process ensured that racism would be here to stay. Even after independence, countries inherited institutions still embedded with ideas of race, exploitation, and inequalities that still exist today. Inferiority was internalized inside colonies, with post-colonial ethnic tensions that fuels discrimination even to this day. But perhaps the most significant impact is that colonialism messed up existing standards for hierarchies. In culture or religion's place, the criteria for a higher rank was how developed, or how Western your country appears to be. After all the colonialism gaslighting of guidance, many Asian countries rushed to prioritize national growth, where the means justified the ends. It's why appearance is so important here in Asia.
Oh my god. Yeah, I get that. In Southeast Asia, you have to be you have to look the most fair that you can be.
Why countries try to build cities that show how modern they are. Why lookism is such a big social problem.
Oh, hey,
Why
lookism, that's the Korean anime.
people go on social media to try their best to imitate how rich and global they are. Why there's so much TV programs about how amazing Asian culture is for white people. If you want to experience
I feel like people do that because we want to exploit white people.
it, just go take a look at Korean Instagram or Chinese Douyin.
Yes.
The problem is,
it's all just thirst posting and hot women.
it's also why people will look at your race and assume how developed you are. It's why East Asian countries like China, South Korea, and Japan.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck happened? What? Chat, my fucking browser just closed. God damn it, Vesper. I was in the middle of something.
The problem is, it's also why people will look at your race and assume how developed you are.
Sorry.
It's why East Asian countries
No,
like
my browser fucking crashed.
China, South Korea, and Japan look down on people from Southeast Asia. It's why K-pop and anime are very popular in some countries in Southeast Asia, but they will look down on neighbors like Myanmar and Laos. It's why
That's not necessarily true. Well, I mean, it is probably true, but actually, yeah, that is true.
India looks down on darker skinned people with prejudice, but fantasizes
too.
about lighter skinned people.
Yes.
To put it simply,
Everyone does that.
Centuries of ethnocentrism and class divisions, coupled with sudden radical changes through colonialism, resulted in a different form of racism in Asia, where people believe they are entitled to treat others who are perceived as underdeveloped.
Yes.
It's why if you're white, it's very rare to be on the receiving end of racism here, but more common if you're from Black or Southeast Asian countries. So the next time you experience racism here in Asia, don't be surprised. It might be a little different from racism back home, but it's definitely here.
Yeah, sorry, chat. Holy fuck. Yeah, maybe I do need to get a new PC. Sorry, chat. I know it's black. Like, I know the screen went black, but I was trying to fix it while it was playing. God damn it. God damn it, man. I hate this. I really do hate this. Well, that was an interesting video. Womp womp. Australia is just the middle child of the world then. Yeah, I feel like Australia is in a very sweet middle ground. If that makes sense. Wait, what? Sue is not happy about Haruka getting scouted. Wait, Sue was a former child actor? I did not know that. Eddie Fool, no Kita-san, Blacks pulled.
お嬢ちゃんお嬢ちゃんお嬢ちゃんは金の卵ダイヤの原石やわしの目に狂いはないお嬢ちゃんは10年に1人
We have to
い
know.
え100年に1人スカウトねめっちゃごつい逸材やで気が変わりましたらいつでも電話したってや待ってます
Sydney, you are not wrong. I have downloaded something 2 hours ago.
興味ないじゃあやめとこう興味ないならやめとこうねいろいろねめんどくさいからねちっちゃいうちからねそういうとこに入るとね親御さんのねなんか親御さん同士のお話とかにね付き合わなくちゃいけなかったりとかねもういろいろね知らなくていいこと知っちゃいますからね
It sounds like she's been through it. What the fuck?
いやはるかが興味ないことはしないでおこうね
I guess I'll hear him out.
なんで興味ない子を連れてかなきゃいけないんだよいや興味があったらええけどさいや多いんだよこういうね子供がなんか芸能のああいうの何こうやって入ってる子親が言ってたから入ったみたいな子多いんだよ自分がやりたかったらいいけどさそうは自分からだよ
Okay.
そうはもちろん自分からだったよ
Okay.
現役子役じゃねえよやめいや現役じゃねえよふざけんじゃねえ
Okay.
現役じゃない昔そういうまがい
Oh shit. Is Sue a fucking kana IRL? Like an Arima kana IRL? That would be wild, TBH.
まがいなことをやっとっただけで
Also no mambos.
現役じゃねえよふざけんじゃないいやお待ちしておりましたどうぞ
どうぞ
話を聞きに来ただけだはいもちろんはるかにはまっとうに来てもらいたいんだ なるほど。あれだけ可愛いお嬢ちゃん、お父さんとして心配するのもわかります。芸能界なんちゅうヤクザな世界。そうなんですか。
Yeah.
そうなんですか。まあなんか水宮にはちょっと向いてないけど、気持ちはようわかります。ヤクザな世界。俺がいたのにもかかわらず、いや、俺と一緒にいることが間違いなくはるかを危険に巻き込んでいる。お嬢さんの気持ちは尊重されるなんてなかなかできることやありまへん。せやけどどうなんでしたろう。まだまだ人生経験の足らん子供の将来を考えてやるのは保護者の務めちゃいますか？違います。
Okay.
お嬢さんに代わってあの子の人生考えてもらえまへんか？何言ってんだよキリス！バカ！おじさん契約って何？それは桐生ちゃん、ちゃんと言いなさい。桐生ちゃん、勝手に子供の将来を決めるんじゃない。桐生ちゃん、バラ色の未来が待ってる。そんなわけないでしょ。とこの学校に行って人並み以上の生活ができる。とこの学校に行っても幸せかどうかなんてわかんないでしょ。
なんで勝手に決めるの？冗談じゃないわよ。
そうだよね。
お父さんは君の人生のためを考えて。
私は今のままで十分幸せなの。
はるかちゃん、
おじさんも私を捨てるの？はる
かちゃん、
一人になりたくない。
そうじゃない。俺といるとまたお前に怖い思いをさせる。
怖くなんかない。
怖くない。
いつもおじさんが守ってくれたから。
なんていい子なんだ。
どうしても私を置いていくって言うなら一人でも会いに行くよ。カムロ町までおじさんに会いに。
Oh, the producer fucking walked out. Okay.
なんていい子なんだ。やめよう。
帰るよ。
そう、こんなとこから帰ろう早く。
ちょっと待っていな。ここまでしたばし空振りかいな。なせっしょうな。
お疲れ。
わしの金の卵が。
まあまた英語に会えるよ。
ダイヤの原石が。
Suisei, diamond in the rough.
お疲れ。
ごめんね社長さん。
バイバイ。
その笑顔。何でも許したくなるその笑顔が君のフッキャで。
あ、すごい。
バイバイ。
バイバイ。
Bye bye.
ほなさいなら。ってアホかいな。わしがたぶらかってどないすんや。
この人おもろいやん。
よっしゃ。
ま
だ諦めまへんで。
バイバイ。
Okay.
Yes.
I did not know Sue was a former child actor.
休み
Bro is a Disney
休
child.
みを入れ
True.
よ。休みないよ。今月は少なくとも全部予定入ってて、来月も途中まで全部予定入ってるから、でもまだ入ってないだけでこれから入る予定もめっちゃあるから、多分これからいっぱい入ってくから、多分来月も休みないでしょ？再来月も多分ないでしょ？誕生日過ぎてからかな？配信休めば少しは休めるでしょ？
Sue, HOLOLIVE Girls does a lot of work behind the scenes, so it's pretty hard for them to be able to do that. Yeah. Alright, let's go clip hunting. Wait! Gerard talks about ex-girlfriend tweet and why he's not ready for a relationship. That's for the girlies. Oh hey, that's my video. Let's go. The loneliest millionaire in the internet, and it's XQC. Crazy. Crazy. Let's see. Give me VTuber videos, man. Give me Oh, Raiden is live. Oh, that's really good cosplay. That VV cosplay is really good. So pretty. Crony experienced what IRL friendship feels like thanks to GG. You know what? We'll look at this last.
And then I actually stayed a bit at CC and GG and GG Tomo, right? I was staying at their place. Yeah, it was nice. It was chill. And then it was good, was having like a good fun time. It was a very humanizing experience. I kept saying that. It was like, I don't know how to say it, but like sounds maybe sad, but I don't mean it to sound sad. It's more like, you know, seeing how, you know, Gigi Tomo and, you know, they're all like having a good time.
Okay.
And, you know, being a part of that. It's like, oh, this is what, like, you know, I mean, like, I hang out with my friends, of course, but it was like seeing from a different perspective as to how friendship works. It just makes me think, oh wow, that's beautiful. And I explained this like Detroit become human.
Okay.
And so I was like, wow, thank you for this experience. It was such a human experience. That's what I described it as. Because it was like, oh wow, this must be what like another friendship is like. That's beautiful. And
brother, I think we need to get Crony some help. She is actually unironically such a woman.
And I was just looking at it from an objective perspective.
Okay.
And like being included in that, I don't know, like just going around shopping with another human being. What a human experience. Because I haven't really done that before.
What a human experience.
Because usually for, you know, shopping, looking around, I usually do that with my family. And if it's like maybe sightseeing, I do that with other friends, of course. But, you know, very mundane activities like going to a restaurant and having these social interactions.
Okay.
And being in the same room, the environment, everything is just so fascinating. It felt
something is very wrong with Crony, I'm not gonna lie.
very alive. Like just going somewhere to go shopping, like, you know, just looking around. Not just sightsee, but go into the area. Because for me, when I go to Japan, I just go to the konbini, eat some food, bed rot, go to the studio, and then come back immediately after. So it was like, oh, like I don't really go, you know, out of this designated area. So
you don't leave your house.
Go out of that and see a different section of Japan was very, very fascinating. So I was very grateful about the experience. Oh yeah, and then the love.
Crony is fascinated by very simple human interactions. What does that say about her? I think that says a lot.
Of like going to, you know, do gacha. That also was very humanizing because it was just
humanizing, she says.
Such mundane activities that I would not normally be able to do. Or like go to character stores? Yeah, and like there are a lot of gachapons too. So it's like, wow, it's so humanizing. And then I played. Yeah, no, wait, I didn't play that, but I played the Kuji. I didn't get to do a Kuji before. So it's so human, so humanizing. Like, wow, I don't know, it's gave me mixed feelings. I've never really done those things before.
It's so humanizing.
Like, wow, what a normal experience. This must be what other people do. It's like having a little sneak peek into other people's interactions with their...
You are not a person.
They're different friends.
What a fascinating experience. I went to a friend and I went to a friend's house and we did some beers. What a very human experience. Very fascinating. It's very humanizing. I feel like a human.
Groups. And it's like one of those interactions that you would see in media, mayhaps. It was just so very fascinating. So I was thanking Gigi for the experience because it was so new.
Okay.
So foreign. The best way to describe it was Detroit become human. Do you get it? Makes you sound so alien or robotic. Yeah, even when I say it myself, I feel like
something is wrong with you, bitch.
I realize that that's not really a normal thing to say, but like, I don't know how else to put it. It's not like, you know, this pang in my chest being like, oh, I wish I had that kind of friendship. It was just more like, oh, how very fascinating.
You are a very lonely person, Croners. Yeah. Very lonely person. But I think that's gonna be it for now, chat. I think that's gonna be it for now. God damn. Crazy how that woman is a very fascinating creature. A very humanizing human, as she would say. Or something along those lines or whatever. Yeah. But anyway, I think that's going to be it, chat. I think that's going to be it. We're gonna womp our shit out of here. Thank you all for thank you all for coming into the stream. Thank you for tolerating the scuff that we experienced this stream. My PC crashing, my browser's crashing, some bullshit happening. I very much appreciate it, bros. Oh, and thank you so much for the super chats, especially you, Mildly. Thank you for consistently coming in and being a white guy, saving donating to a poor fucking Filipino or something along those lines. It's a very fascinating and a very humanizing experience. So anyway, that's going to be all for today. Bye-bye, chat. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. New video in a week.